just staying ready in the gym, you know, 2 times a day.
Does Islam motivate you a bit more than most, like any other champion before that, because you have that feud with them?
No. I'm motivated, I'm self-motivated, and I for sure want to crack at that belt. I for sure want to crack at that 70-pound belt to go for the Triple Crown. I know Paddy since he's a teenager. I don't know him personally, I know him from around the scene. I was maybe early, mid-20s, and Paddy was in his teens around the Cage Warrior events when we won the belts there. So, fair play to him. I'm very, very happy for him. I hope he goes and does it. Good character, good skin. He was here before as well.
Conor McGregor just dropped bombshells about the UFC White House showdown, plus a bold prediction on Paddy Pimblett versus Justin Gaethje, and you won't want to miss it. Meanwhile, Paddy Pimblett isn't holding back. The Liverpudlian fighter has blasted his UFC rival Arman Tsarukyan in a brutal breakdown over why the title shot went elsewhere, and fans are already talking about his no-nonsense take. Pimblett laid out his thoughts on his rival's recent run, questioning some of the choices the UFC made when awarding title opportunities. While many fans thought merit should decide, Pimblett highlighted incidents and decisions that, in his eyes, justified why his opponent was passed over. His take has sparked heated debates online, with some agreeing and others defending the rival.
Do you think, like, because of what had happened with the Islam Makhachev fight, like, even though he just beat Dan Hooker, he headlined, he's kind of been, you know, slid out of the way?
It's not even just that though, is it? You know what I mean? Like, people talk about my last 3 wins. Yeah, it's Tony Ferguson, who was on his way out. Like, Dariush looks about 65. You know what I mean? He's got a full head of grey hair. He beat Dariush. He didn't beat Charles Oliveira. A lot of people didn't think he won that fight. On his way out to the cage, he punched a fan. Got banned. UFC probably had to pay a big fucking fee for the fella not to sue him. He then got his title shot and, oh, I've got a bad back. Got beat by back pain when really he probably just couldn't even make weight. Sits out for fucking, what, 11 months?
Without going into every detail, Pimblett referenced missed opportunities, unexpected pullouts, and moments of controversy that shaped Arman's path. His breakdown combined sharp observations with his signature confidence, showing why he believes he earned his spot against the bigger names. Pimblett's comments hinted at frustrations many fighters face in the UFC, from scheduling decisions to high-profile missteps in the cage. His no-holds-barred analysis reminded fans why he's considered one of the most outspoken and entertaining personalities in MMA today.
Over the fight in the meantime against Gamrot says no, when if I ever got offered the fight against someone who'd beat me, I'd be taking that fight immediately. Then fights Dan Hooker, headbutts him at the weigh-in. No, so like nearly ruined another main event. Like, you can understand why he's not in that position. And as much as I like Dan Hooker, lad, he's sound. He's shit. He can't grapple to save his life. He couldn't grapple if his Mars life defended on it, lad. Know what I mean? If I had that guillotine wrapped up on arm, he's going unconscious. And if Dan Hooker's nearly guillotining you, you're shit.
And speaking of big names making waves, Conor McGregor has weighed in on the highly anticipated UFC White House showdown. A matchup fans have been waiting for has finally been teased, with McGregor revealing a possible date for what could become one of the biggest fights of the year. He didn't hold back, also touching on his thoughts about Islam Makhachev, his plan of cracking Makhachev's crown at 170 pounds, and a potential bout with Michael Chandler. To McGregor, no matter who steps in his path, he's ready to roll and take on whatever comes his way.
The White House is on. I'm just waiting for, you know, full confirmation. I assume around February they'll come reaching out and we'll go into contract negotiations and matchmaking and all that. That's what they say. So I'm just staying ready in the gym, you know, 2 times a day.
Does Islam motivate you a bit more than most, like any other champion before that, because you have that feud with them?
No. I'm motivated, I'm self-motivated, and I for sure want to crack at that belt. I for sure want to crack that 70-pound belt to go for the Triple Crown.
And what a fight that would be, you and Islam. That'd be crazy. Wouldn't it, after all these years?
A good fight. Good scrap.
Reflecting on a potential fight with Islam Makhachev, Conor McGregor revealed that he has a strong desire to face him and challenge his position at the welterweight crown. He highlighted how a matchup between the two would be one of the finest in terms of skill and ability, noting that a long-standing rivalry is simmering and ready for a comeback. McGregor also touched on a potential bout with Michael Chandler, emphasizing that he is eager to return to the octagon and take on any fight offered by the UFC, while noting that negotiations are still ongoing.
Oh, Southpaw. It was a good performance out of him, and fair play to him. He had the courage to do it, to go up. So, yeah, only excited for it. Let's see what happens. Let's get back in the mix.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty special. What's Michael Chandler for you?
Like I said, I hope, but I won't say no to no one. I won't. The UFC will decide it, and I don't care. I just want to come back. You know, I'm just eager to come back and show my work.
Furthermore, Conor McGregor enthusiastically shared his thoughts on Paddy Pimblett receiving the title shot. He expressed his happiness for Pimblett and highlighted the skills and abilities that make him deserving of the opportunity. McGregor also pointed out the key factors that could determine Pimblett's success in the fight. At the same time, he didn't shy away from the idea of facing Pimblett himself at 170 pounds, calling it a scrap he would be excited to have. In his view, he is ready to make a comeback to the octagon, no matter who the UFC puts in front of him.
I know Paddy since he's a teenager. I don't know him personally. I know him from around the scene. I was maybe early, mid-20s. Paddy was in his teens, around the Cage Warrior events when we won the belts there. So, fair play to him. I'm very, very happy for him. I hope he goes and does it. Good character, good skin. He was here before as well. Big lad, comes up and comes down.
He could come up
I like Paddy.
He could come up and fight you at 170, couldn't he?
Be a good scrap. Ireland, you know, scout stuff. Look. Yeah, would be a good scrap. They're all good scraps. Come on, with the Mac, especially with the Mac. You know, you can name anyone else you got there.
Yeah, I go with Jake Paul. No, I'm joking.
The anticipation for Paddy Pimblett versus Justin Gaethje has reached a whole new level after Conor McGregor publicly backed Pimblett. In a recent interview, Pimblett promised to defeat Gaethje and claim the interim belt. He emphasized that while Ilia Topuria remains his ultimate goal, and he has been preparing for that fight for a long time, he agreed with the UFC's decision to put him against Gaethje. Pimblett also criticized Topuria for avoiding the fight under the guise of personal or family drama, insisting that it had nothing to do with competition. He confidently stated that he will beat Gaethje, claim the belt, and hold the championship while Topuria remains out of the cage.
Gonna fight him in Abu Dhabi in October, to be honest, but obviously that never happened, and now we're here. So I am eventually fighting him. I thought I was going to fight on this Jan 24th card, so I was preparing for Ilia for a couple of weeks, to be honest, just doing a bit of training for him. And then obviously we got told it's Justin, Ilia's not fighting, so obviously me and Ilia mightn't like each other, lad, but I wish him nothing but the best with all his family shit. It's nothing to do with fighting. But when I win this belt, I'm the champ for now. I don't care if it says interim on it, I'm the champ, he's out the cage, I'm the champ.
On the other hand, Justin Gaethje vows to spoil Ilia Topuria versus Paddy Pimblett plans. Justin Gaethje has made it clear that he has no intentions of letting the Paddy Pimblett versus Ilia Topuria matchup go smoothly. He sees the opportunity against Pimblett as a chance to disrupt plans and assert his presence in the lightweight division. By stepping in, Gaethje is positioning himself as a formidable obstacle, determined to shake up the path to Topuria and keep everyone on their toes.
Justin, I know the last time you won that interim belt, you threw it on the ground in the cage, says it wasn't the priority for you. Do you have different feelings towards it this time and what it could mean at this point in your career?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that it wasn't a priority, it was that I knew Khabib was next. And if I was going to sit there and think that I was any kind of champion with that belt, with Khabib being next, I think I was, going to be foolish. I needed that mindset to prepare for that fight, and he beat me. And but ultimately, like I said, this gets us paid as a champion, and it definitely gives me the chance to fight Ilia. I want to fight Ilia. I want to play spoiler just like I did in Khabib and Tony. I'm gonna fuck this up for everybody.
Gaethje views this as more than just a fight. It's a strategic move to set up a future showdown with Topuria while also taking advantage of the title opportunity against Pimblett. His mindset is focused on maximizing his position, creating chaos for his rivals, and proving that he can influence the division's landscape while staying ready for the big fights ahead.
There's going to be no Paddy and Ilya. I'm going to do the same thing I did for that fight, and then I'm going to fight Ilya on the White House card if he's ready to fight again. We'll see when he's ready again.
For Pimblett, this isn't just another fight. It's a chance to prove that he belongs at the elite level. He has made it clear that beating Gaethje and claiming the interim belt is only the first step toward his ultimate goal, taking on Topuria. Every training session, every round in the gym has been building toward these pivotal moments. The added pressure of Gaethje as a spoiler only amplifies the drama, making the matchup feel like a must-watch event for fans around the world.
I expect the war, obviously. Justin Gaethje is one of my favourite fighters to watch. He's your favourite fighter's favourite fighter, and it's going to be a pleasure to get in there with him. I'd love to have a brawl for 5 rounds. As he said, him versus Michael Johnson, how he introduced himself to the UFC. I'd love to have a fight like that, but I don't think it'll pan out that way, but let's see what happens. Hopefully, I'm getting a performance bonus and a fight of the night bonus.
From Gaethje's perspective, this is an opportunity to assert dominance and control the narrative. By stepping in and disrupting Pimblett's path, he forces the UFC's top contenders to adjust their strategies. It's a calculated move showing that he's not just a fighter, but a strategist who can influence the division without waiting for the perfect matchup. His experience and history of taking on high-profile fights make him a dangerous wildcard, keeping everyone guessing.
The biggest opportunity for me. I didn't know a long time before they announced the fight that it was going to be Paddy. I think they were waiting to see if Ilya was going to fight, and I think that variable was kind of unpredictable. None of us knew when he was going to fight. That's what I kept telling everybody. Whenever Ilya fights, I want to fight, and turns out he's going to sit down for a little bit. So Paramount, this is they need Michael Johnson versus Justin Gaethje coming out party, and Paramount, UFC combining. I mean, this is the fight that everyone wants. We're going to gain massive fans for the UFC, entertainment business, and I'm the most entertaining fighter in the world. And this guy's pretty close behind me.
The anticipation doesn't stop there. With McGregor publicly backing Pimblett, the spotlight intensifies. Fans are eager to see how Pimblett handles the pressure, especially against a seasoned opponent like Gaethje. The mix of experience, youth, and hype creates a perfect storm for one of the most talked about matchups in recent UFC history. The UFC has successfully created a storyline that extends beyond just one bout. It's a clash of personalities, skills, and ambitions. Pimblett's confidence, Topuria's looming presence, and Gaethje's disruption all intersect to make this lightweight scene a pressure cooker. Fans are drawn not only to the fights themselves, but also to the drama behind the scenes. The rivalries, the comebacks, and the bold predictions from fighters like McGregor add layers of excitement that keep everyone engaged.
When that cage door locks, we're going to try to beat the shit out of each other. It's a tough game. It's a crazy game. It's such a fucking crazy game. I'm going to be as ready as I can, and I'm going to give, 100% max effort.
Ultimately, this build-up sets the stage for a fight that could have long-term implications for the lightweight division. A victory for Pimblett would solidify his rise and justify the backing he's received, while Gaethje's interference ensures that nothing comes easy. The stakes are higher than ever, and with both fighters bringing different strengths and strategies, the clash promises to be explosive. Every fan and fighter in the division will be watching closely, knowing that the outcome could shift the balance of power.
An amazing fight. This is a banger matchup. And I do think Pimblett will win. I think Pimblett will probably sub him as well. I think he'll mix it up. Takedowns, striking, something Fiziev did, but doesn't have the jiu-jitsu to keep a hold of Gaethje with. And Fiziev kept Gaethje down in like an inverted triangle position for like the majority of round 1. I know Gaethje's somewhat decent at scrambling, but it turns out Chandler has no ability to control in any way whatsoever without throwing himself off the top of someone and ending up on bottom, or messing it up completely and using a ton of energy for no success. So I think Pimblett's got that back-taking ability. Pimblett's got that control, that stick to you, that get you in a submission position type jiu-jitsu that which is obviously any type of jiu-jitsu.
Meanwhile, Conor McGregor is focused on a showdown with Islam Makhachev, with the UFC White House event in February shaping up as a potential stage for the clash. At the same time, Michael Chandler is waiting on the horizon, reminding fans that McGregor is ready for any challenge. Whether it's settling the rivalry with Makhachev or taking on Chandler, he's prepared to roll, making every fan eager to see how February unfolds.
Yeah, obviously you know the style of Khabib Nurmagomedov, and if to speak about Islam Makhachev, for Conor, against whom would be harder to defend takedown?
Yeah, look, Islam is an incredible fighter. Very, very skillful. I always enjoy watching, I always learn something from him. You know, let's say he's kind of, you know, he's a southpaw, he's an excellent striker, excellent grappler. He would be an extremely tough fight. If that was the matchup, it would be an extremely tough fight.
And that's the full breakdown of the latest drama in the UFC lightweight division, from Paddy Pimblett's rise, Justin Gaethje's disruption, to Conor McGregor's explosive plans. With rivalries heating up, big fights on the horizon, and the White House showdown just around the corner, the stakes have never been higher. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Boxism, and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment of the action. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Who do you think comes out on top? And which fight are you most hyped for? This is Boxism, and we'll see you in the next one.